Hi, my name's Matt Close. I just wanted to talk to you about how I can help you out on your next property development. A little bit about myself. I'm a registered builder and a project manager with over 15 years on-site construction experience. How I feel I can help is by providing a builder's insight to work with your design team. So I'm sure you're fantastic as a property developer, and I'm sure your design team can produce beautiful designs based upon your concept. Where I can help is I can provide the builder's insight to work with your design team to streamline your design and make it more efficient to build. So at the initial design stage or concept stage, I'll work with your design team and basically provide them with various options for construction methods and construction materials. The main aim is we're trying to reduce construction time and we're trying to reduce construction costs. Once we've got the design to the point where everyone's happy, now we're ready to lodge to town planning, and I can actually help with the town planning lodgement process. So how I can do that is I'll basically provide a long list of items that are required as part of the town planning application. Then I'll contact all of the consultants and set deadlines and apply a bit of pressure so that they perform their component and bring it all back to me, and I basically coordinate it all and get it to a point where it's ready for town planning lodgement. Where that helps you is I'm trying to reduce the time as part of the application process and also free up some of your time, which is going to allow you to focus on other things. One of the most popular services that I offer is plan reviews. I've been performing plan reviews before construction begins for over 10 years now. And the main reason it's probably the most popular service that I offer is because of the amount of money I've been able to save property developers over the years. On one project alone, I could potentially save you hundreds of thousands of dollars by identifying errors before construction has even begun and address these errors in the form of revised plans. When I'm reviewing the plans, predominantly I'm looking for errors. So I work through a large checklist, and at the top of that checklist is coordination. So I'm looking at architectural drawings versus engineering drawings and all of the services drawings, and make sure in general it is buildable based upon the design that's given to us. I look for space for all of the services. So make sure that the ceiling heights are large enough that we can fit heating and cooling, all of the associated ductwork and ductwork for exhaust fans, etc., as well as all of the sewer pipes. I don't know how many property developments you've done before where you found you've had to add in bulkheads or lower ceiling heights to be able to fit all of the services in. So I'm trying to flesh that out before construction has even begun. I'm also looking at compliance issues and make sure that in general the drawings comply with the National Construction Code, as well as fire compliance issues there, making sure that there's proper fire separation between apartments or between shops, etc. I also look at missing information on the plans. It's very common that a builder will wait till they get to a certain point in construction and say to you, what do you want to do here? This information is missing. I'll have to send an RFI through to the architect. And basically construction stops when that happens, and the architect's under a lot of pressure to address the queries straight away. So the benefits for yourself of me performing a plan review well before construction, and ideally before you finalise the contract with the builder, is I'm finding errors and solutions before construction has started. Those solutions are being reflected on a revised set of plans, and it's those new plans that you're using to build off and hopefully price off as well. You don't have to wait for any urgent answers out on site, so we're going to minimise delays out on site, and of course we're going to be reducing any variations that you may incur from the builder there as well. As part of the plan review service, I can also perform a cost saving analysis. So what we can do is we can look at, for example, your external claddings. I can offer you various options on claddings that still meet the design intent, however may be cheaper to install or more efficient to install. We can also look at the fire protection methods There's so many different options for a party wall, for example. Some are more expensive to install, however some are installed much faster. Structural options, exactly the same. You've got lightweight versus concrete columns with lightweight infills. There's so many options out there with your structure. However, it's not just about the cost of construction, it's also about the time saving in construction as well. So I can actually quantify for you the time saved with the various construction methods. So for example, if I could say to you, if we make the following 3 changes, it will save you 1 month in construction duration. You can work out what the interest cost would be for yourself on your block of land over that 1 month period. It will obviously improve your cash flow because you'll be handing over the project 1 month earlier, and you'll actually be able to start your next project 1 month earlier as well. So those 3 components, you might be able to actually quantify what that means to you as a dollar amount per day. And with a couple of calculations worked against the amount of days saved in construction, we can work out the overall savings in the various construction options for you. Some property developers come to me just looking for independent advice or advice from a builder's perspective. I'm a great soundboard, so I can actually help you to determine exactly what's the right level of plans. Do you need 5 pages for this project, 10 pages, 20 pages? Obviously, you don't want to be spending too much on your documentation, that you're pumping all your money into the design side of things. However, you've got to make sure the documentation is at the appropriate level for your builder so that he can move through construction without having to stop and keep asking questions and slowing up the project. I get asked for a second opinion on variations that a property developer may have received from a builder. Does the variation seem fair and reasonable? Does the price seem fair and reasonable? Are there other options to minimise this variation, or can you come out on site and see if there's other ways that we can delete this variation altogether? You may have a project that's running a bit slower than what you would like, and you'd like to get insight from another builder or an independent builder on ways that you can actually speed up the project. Every project can move a bit faster, and some of them just need a little bit of a gentle kick to get back into gear. So I can help you to determine what it is that's slowing up the project, and more importantly, what do we need to do to turn things around and actually give the project that good old kick that we need. In general, I'm offering you a builder's perspective working on your team. So you don't have to go out and do a carpentry apprenticeship and then spend 15 years on site to have all of the construction knowledge. If you've got someone on your team who has that construction knowledge, it's as simple as just asking the questions and we work through the answers together. I hope all of that sounds helpful for you. Please let me know if you need any more information. Thanks.